What's up, everybody?
You didn't do it right.
What's
You're
going
always, what's going on, everybody?
Everybody, it's Friday. I don't even know what I'm doing today, so I'm just making it up as we go. Hopefully we're live. Everybody can see us. I hope. I turned the YouTube off, so I don't know if it's going.
Did you say the YouTube?
I turned the YouTubes off. Yes, the YouTube's off.
Why'd you
I
turn
can
the
see
YouTubes
chat,
off?
but I'm not running the video. That way it won't slow down my computer or anything like that. So
Oh, okay.
hopefully it's working. Oh, it's working? Thank you. Darn thing. So I do I guess I gotta mention that we did lose CJ Love. I don't know how many of y'all remember CJ Love, but she has now passed away, so now we got Dom Long, CJ Love.
She hadn't been doing well for a while, though.
We don't need any more. And of course Dolores. So that's 3 right there. That means that's all. No more. Cause that's enough, I think. So I'm still vaping the Pure Max. This actually gets pretty decent battery life. I get at least a day out of this, maybe a little more than a day. It just depends. Hey Will, how's it going?
I will.
I mean, okay, so Monday I have to go for a colonoscopy, all right? Because I'm old, and that's what old people do. They get colonoscopies done. And the prep is nuts what you have to do. I mean, as far as you can only eat this, you can't have this. And then so I have to go Monday. So all day Sunday I can only have liquid. No food whatsoever, just liquid and broth. So I'm not going to be eating anything. And then the day before that, it's a limited diet that you can eat, but I don't think it's going to be too bad, except for Sunday's probably going to suck. And then the day of the procedure, 3 hours before, you can't have anything. Water, gum, a mint, nothing. And I'm like, okay, that's a little strict. Besides the fact
not really, not if you're the one doing the colonoscopy. I would say please don't eat anything.
Right. Well, I mean, I get that, but it's just it's between 4 p.m. is when 4 p.m. Sunday is when everything starts, because I got to take the 2 Docalax tablets, which they're just stool softeners, and then you got to take 7 doses of Miralax, which is going to put me on the toilet all night long, pretty much. And then you have to take another bottle of it the following morning, 5 hours before you go in. And then 3 hours before you go in, you can't have anything. And then you go in, and then hopefully they give you lots of good medicine so that I'll be loopy and don't care. I'm hoping.
I mean, if someone's going to fart in my face, I would prefer it would be like mint.
Minty?
I mean, if I have a choice.
I want you to have minty farts. It's probably not going to be anything, because I'm going to not have anything in my body at that point. It basically flushes you.
Oh, yeah, you will.
You just pour out water.
You haven't Googled sigmoidoscope.
What the heck is that?
AKA the silver bullet.
Oh, okay. Well, I've already looked up what they look like. They're going to make a 21700 DNA blue splatter stubby. Ooh, cloud chucker. That would be awesome. I did look up that Deadpool controller is a real thing that has the butt cheeks on it. But I think they're only making 1 of them, and it's going to be given away in sweepstakes. It's like, really?
Oh, that's bullshit.
I know, right? Well, people want to buy it. They're like, where can I get one? Where can I get one? No, you got to win the sweepstakes. Make a bunch of them, man. I don't think it'll be that comfortable in your hand unless the bumpies are soft or something. I don't know how they're going to make it, but yeah, a lot of people have been flying lately. The temperatures have come down, thank goodness. Instead of being 97 to 100, it's down Like right now, it is 78 degrees. I can deal with that. 80 and below, I'd like between 74 to 80 at the most. And Bill knows, as well as Kramer or anybody else that flies paramotors, going out there, especially if you're foot launching, trike is not so bad, but if you're foot launching and you're out there with all that equipment on your back and it's hot as balls
Agreed.
outside, that's not fun. You're
I
just
don't even want to be
sweating
out
to
there
death.
with no equipment when it's hot like that. Fuck that noise.
I mean, the good thing is when you get in the air, a good side benefit of that is you have a constant breeze blowing on you. It may be a hot breeze, but you still have a breeze constantly blowing on you, which, you know, hey, that's good.
No, it's not. It's like being farted on by the devil himself.
Since Will never bothered to go look at the message I sent him, let me grab some.
So I have a fun-filled weekend planned of shampooing my carpets because I finally got a gallon of that Odoban stuff. So I will be soaking the carpets and then standing there staring at the carpets with an adult beverage in my hand while waiting for it to soak in. I'm excited about this. Oh, that's a little stronger than I thought it was going to be. I don't think he does, Tony. I'm pretty sure it keeps getting delayed for whatever reason.
Oh, they're right. I'm looking all over the place. So here's
No,
my
I've got-
shoes that I got to match my wing. And I've shown these to Will before. Y'all couldn't really see from the picture, but that's what they look like from the side. So this kind of matches my paramotor wing. They're actually, whoa.
You just fall out of
They
your chair.
used to be really clean and stuff. But they're actually really comfortable. I like these things.
They're a little bright.
They're a little bright, but hey, you know what? Don't you want to be bright when you're up there flying?
Peanut.
I got no problems with that. They actually have padding, like if you think about the shape of your foot, like say your right foot, it goes over where the toes are and then comes down to your ankle. There's like extra padding right there, so it's really soft on the right side. So they're pretty good. Yeah, they're right. What? Who's right? You know anything about Sean Simon's show? Tony. I don't know. This is the last that I've heard of from Sean as regarding the show on Mondays. He was going to do it the first Monday of every month for a few months because it's summertime. Everybody's out doing their own thing. He wanted to just do one show. So the first Monday of this month came, but the internet wasn't working right or something. And then he said, let's put it off till next Monday. And then he said that something else was going on and he wasn't going to be able to make it. So I'm like, okay. So I don't know when he's going to do a show. When it happens, it happens. But that's all I know. He hasn't really said anything to us otherwise. So I know he has posted a video. He did get some veterans up in the air, which is awesome. Maybe he's just trying to get a bunch of them up in the air, off until further notice. Okay, thanks, Will. I didn't know. So who knows, guys? Another Monday show? I don't know. So I don't know what everybody else got for Amazon. I got a bunch of stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Now I didn't get anything really expensive.
Bunch of weird shit that nobody needed.
Well, one of the things I got is a little Bluetooth printer. And I printed that Scuba Steve sticker from this. So this is just a little what? What's funny?
You labeled your label maker?
I labeled the label maker. Well, you gotta label the label maker. So this is Bluetooth. So am I getting buffering? No.
We froze for a minute.
We did?
Yeah.
I didn't see anything. Wow. I may have to bump up
No,
the frame rate
I got
again.
your internet is unstable.
I never got
same internet, same.
I never got that error at all. But okay, we'll keep an eye on it. If I have to, I'll change the bit rate again. So this prints. It only prints black, so it's like a thermal printer. But I printed a QR code. Now these are little tiny QR codes, but if you could actually scan that with your phone, let me see if it'll not get my face and focus on the. This camera's too smart, man. I'm there. There's no face. Now focus. Oh, there it goes. So if you could actually if you could take a picture of that with your phone, it takes you to my YouTube channel. There you go. So you can take the QR code and type in whatever you want, and then it'll give you that information or take you to a web address if that's what you want. So that's what I did. I just printed it. That's the only two things I've printed from this so far. It doesn't have a lot of fonts. It literally has 2 fonts in there. Now, I don't know if you can add
like
more.
$11, wasn't it?
I think it was like $9. It was really cheap. So there you go. Now I got some of those cool lights from Harbor Freight. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I can't say that out loud, but
I mean, there used to be bumper stickers, Kramer, yeah, but he just printed the QR code from his little label maker.
The bumper
toy.
stickers, I still have a bumper sticker sitting up there. Now, these flashlights were dirt cheap on Prime Day. Wow, I did not notice that. So, this is the flashlight that I got. They were like $8 or $9. It has an output on the side right here that's regular USB and USB-C, which I know y'all can barely see. The bottom is magnetic, so you can stick it to something. So yeah, if it's metal, there it's stuck on my microphone stand. This flips out. The cool thing about this is it's adjustable. It clicks really loud, but if I can't show this right at the camera, but this lights up. Then you can hit it again. It goes to low mode. Then you hit it again, and then the top light lights up. Then you hit it again, and then it lights up on either side. You see how it's got 2 sides? And then you can switch to low, and then it also does red, and then a flashing red. So it's pretty cool for like $8, and it's rechargeable. You don't have to put any batteries in this. You just charge it up. So I got like 2 of them for, I don't know, dirt cheap. I got a dumbbell weight set that was 40 pounds. Because the only dumbbells I have here are like, you got one of those printers, Arnie? Nice. The only dumbbells I got here, I think the most I have is 10 pounds, which 10 pounds really doesn't do anything for you. So the ones I got now are 40 pounds. I don't know if it's a combined weight of 40 pounds or 40 pounds total. So what if they're just 20 pounds a piece? I might have to read the weights. I didn't really pay attention when what's weird is the actual post that the weights go on feels like it's made out of some kind of plastic. It's really strong, but plastic? I'm used to metal, man. Even the screw-on pieces are plastic, but they were $19 for a set of dumbbells with 3 or 4 weights per side of the dumbbells. So it's got a lot of dumbbells that came with it, but there you go. The one thing that I am trying to get,
He probably could have bought all of that stuff on Temu. Yeah.
and I got screwed on, is the Ninja Slushie. Now, the Ninja Slushie, I watched a video review on it, and the guy said, oh, it's $2.69. So I go on the Ninja website, and I could only find it for $2.99. So I figured I was going to try to find a coupon code or something to try and get it back down to $2.69, like he said. The next day, I went back, and it said they were sold out. And I was like, okay. I didn't realize they posted it on TikTok. As soon as you put something on TikTok, man, if people like it, it goes viral and you can hang it up, which is what happened. So, I called them yesterday and said, hey, I'd like to get one of these. They're sold out. When do you expect more? And the guy so played my butt. I swear. He was like, well, it says we're sold out, but that's the customer side. I can check our side and see if we have any. And then he checks. He's like, let me put you on hold. He's like, man, I got great news for you. It says we have 13 for $199. And I'm thinking, $199? I mean, then he said, I mean, $299. He goes, oh, wait, never mind. We're sold out. I'm like, what? Why would you just throw me through all kinds of emotions in 5 seconds? It went
And
from
look, we don't even need a Slurpee machine, which is what it is. We don't need it.
Oh yeah.
Not at all. We don't need it, but he wants it.
I want a frozen margarita. That's what I want. And I don't want that crushed ice crap Slurpee. I want a real Slurpee tasting Slurpee. And this has its own compressor built into it, which is why it's so expensive. But it does.
Frozen margaritas are overrated.
Frozen margaritas, slushies, coffee, frappe.
No, we're not getting on me. I'm doing my nails.
All kinds of
Gotta
stuff.
get down.
So anyways, I've been looking, and then I've been checking the website regularly, and it just so happens I checked it at 9 a.m. this morning, apparently without me knowing, because this guy told me it was going to be 2 to 4 weeks before they got more in. Apparently I got an email and I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
They had some back in stock. And it only lasted for 2 hours. Now, I did not check my email between the hours of 10 and noon. And that's when it was live, and that's when they sold out again. So now, it probably will be 2 to 4 weeks. I don't know. But I'm going to watch it like a hawk now. I even have the website pulled up just in case they decide to sell them. So, tomorrow, I have to do basically what they call it, a low something diet.
Low residue
diet. So that one's not so bad. If the weather's nice, I could still fly or something, which would be nice to get one of those, at least one in. I'm not trying to go crazy and get like 1 million flights in. I'd like to get one, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
You're not doing anything until you get those blasted chairs out of my fucking house.
Okay, so first we move the chairs.
No, there's no we.
How long does it take Temu to come in? I'd say 7 to 10 days, Wally, usually.
Less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's less than 2 weeks. I've never had that much problem with Temu.
You just got to be real careful. Like, read the reviews and look at the sizes. Because, like, I ordered a blanket for Katie, not realizing that there were multiple size options. I just thought it was the size of the blanket that they showed. And
no.
It's like an infant size blanket. Now, granted, it was like $4. So, big deal. But
yeah, yeah, he gave. So that stuff that I supposedly have coming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That's what Scott is snacking on? That ain't right, man. He's showing this like gigantic burger with tomatoes and lettuce and cheese and onions and goodness. And 1 pound bacon cheeseburger. Yeah, Scott, you can rub it in. You're lucky I don't know where that mod is, because I would rub that in. I don't even see it.
That is
showing me all that delicious food, and I don't see the mod anywhere. It was right there before. I mean, unless it fell off, I don't see it. Oh, it's right in front of me. It was right there the whole time, Scott. I don't know what happened to it. It's just like a 1 pound bacon cheeseburger. Yes. So some items can be delivered overnight, right? Payback. That is payback, Scott. That's what I see. What
Well,
else is going on?
nothing I've ever ordered has been from the U.S. warehouse, but that would be helpful. I think Temu is going to be the new fast tech. I wonder if they have. I've never looked it up. I wonder if they have vape stuff. I know they got weed stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't want to wear those shoes like when I'm foot launching because unlike Will, I'll probably get my shoes dirty because I'm just that kind of guy.
Probably.
I'll get them dirty. There's no question. But if I'm on the trike, I don't think I would get
You're a
them that dirty.
damn dirt magnet. What are you talking about?
I am the dirt magnet. That is no question about that. So I've gotten like all kinds of pots. Is what? This one's still full of juice. I didn't even know I had this. Is strawberry orange. It's a Lost Mary, and I haven't even been vaping it because I didn't. I got too many disposables, guys. I'm going to have to back that down. It's almost like I'm just strung out on disposables right now because I have like 7 or 8 of them in rotation right now that I vape daily, and I'll switch up flavors. I'll just go from one flavor to another. And
Oh, you've already looked, Wally. Okay.
the weird thing is, some of the flavors taste very similar, depending on what kind of mod it is. Some of them are like, eh, and some of them are actually really good. One of them that I really liked, which is pretty much almost gone now, is the Cherry Strapple. This is a Raz mod, so a Raz disposable, but this thing is like out of juice. It still has a little bit, but if you look at it, it's flashing the battery and the juice level at the very end. So it's like at the end of its life. What's up, Jade? I have blown this thing to pieces.
You know, it is damn near impossible
In
to get
other
this
news,
gel shit off.
that little black bag I had that got took or dropped or lost, I don't know what happened, right? So I bought a knife somewhere around Christmas time. And this was off of one of those Facebook ads, which I do highly recommend staying away from them things. But I figured this was a scam.
He don't take his own damn recommendation. He's such a sucker.
Well, okay, so I went, but the only reason I went with it is because you could pay through PayPal. And I figured, well, if it's PayPal, I can always get my money back. So I ordered it, and then I went and did some searching about that particular company, and people were like, oh, I think it's a scam. I think it's a scam. So I went to file a dispute with PayPal. And the next thing you know, it showed up in the mail. But when that bag got taken or lost or whatever happened to it, I thought that knife was in there. Apparently it was not. I still have the knife. It is still in its case. Now, these were advertised as Microtech, and anybody that knows a lot about knives, Microtech is a pretty expensive knife. Most of their knives are OTF knives, which are out the front, or they're basically switchblade knives, which are legal. They are legal here in Virginia. So this is the one I have. Now, I thought since that the bag was gone, I was going to go order another one of these knives. Apparently, Microtech found out about these guys and had their website shut down. So you can't get one of these now, even if you wanted to. And this thing is deadly sharp. I'm actually impressed with the quality of this knife, even if it's a knockoff or whatever you want to call it. It's very sturdy. The blade don't wiggle around like the cheap Chinese ones do. It even says Microtech in the bottom. Well, right there in the thing, it says Microtech, but it's not a real Microtech. Those knives are usually $300 to $500 a piece. So
Fuck that.
yeah, for a knife. So there you go. They're great.
CDC wants to know what you're worried about.
Who wants to know what I'm worried? Oh, what am I worried about? Well, CDC, I have to go have a colonoscopy done Monday. Never had one done, but I am 55 years old now. So, anytime after 45, they kind of want you. My doctor's been pushing me and pushing me to get it done. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I just wanted to see how much it was going to cost. And I have insurance because pretty much you got to have insurance these days. I just didn't think my insurance was worth a darn. But apparently this procedure is over $5,000 and my insurance is paying 100% of it. So I pay zero. So why not get it done? Because I'm paying zero. Yeah, I'm an old man. You're older than me, Will. That's what you said. I'm just going by your description.
Yeah, the doctor went when I asked, right? She's like, do you want to have one done? I said, do I want to? No. I will if you make me.
Ooh. Which fatality does he have for sale, Cloud Chucker? Because there's lots of fatalities. There's the original fatality 28 meter. Then there is the
28
fatality
meter?
25.
Jesus. You mean millimeter?
That's what I thought I
You
said.
said meter.
28 millimeter. Then they had the 25 millimeter, and they also had a 30 millimeter. Then they had a fatality like V2 remake that sold out really fast, and now they don't have any fatalities as far as I know. So depends on which one. I mean, they're not worth what you would pay the original fatality. Wow. I have a bunch of those. I don't know what to tell you to offer him. My original one, I think, was $75 when they first came out. They did raise the price later on to like $120 because it was coming from Canada. Then you had to pay shipping on top of that.
Friday fish
It
fry.
depends
What are you
on-
talking about?
It depends on how bad you want it. Is it gold? The gold ones are a lot more rare than the black or silver ones. I have a gold one, but that sounds perfect, Cloud Chucker. I was going to say between 35 to 45 pounds. That should be your cutoff point. I mean, it's used. Hopefully he has a spare glass with it. And any of the spare bits that it came with, because I know y'all like using the word bits. And if he does, then yeah, that's not a bad deal. It's black. Okay, well, black ones are nice too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the fatality was always a great RTA. It's something that is good to hang on to. I mean, you already have the Trinity. So the reason the fatality was so good is because you could pop the tank off without having to dump all your juice out. It also had dual airflow chambers from the bottom. So it was bottom airflow with dual airflow adjustments. And the top cap was a quarter turn twist to pop off the top cap. It just had everything built into one. And now 90% of the RTAs you buy now are pretty much copies of that. So I think they were ahead of their time with that tank. And
glaucoma.
I don't know where my Trinity tank is. Comes with the box and all the spares. It is definitely worth that, Cloud Chucker. If I was you, I still have my fatality boxes, man, because Munchkin and I both, for some reason, hoard all our vape gear boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now you can't blame me for keeping this box. I'll show you a box right now.
Yeah, don't be scared, CDC. They got so much technology now.
I mean, would anybody throw
They'll
that
fix
box
you right
away?
up.
This Thilla. It looks
cool
like
box.
a coffin. I mean, come on. That is awesome. Can't throw that box away.
Hello. Today I'm feeling more powerful and more possible
Good.
with the new Keys Soul Care theme from
Echo,
Alicia Keys.
stop. Glad to hear it, buddy, but okay. We don't need to discuss that right now.
Today he is feeling more powerful and
I guess.
he is taking over the world.
He's going to tell us all about it.
Strawberry grape? Yeah, this seems really weak. This has no juice level meter on it. And ever since I got it, even when it was brand new, it seemed to be really light on flavor.
Ozman's the one that sent me my replacement glass for my fatality when I busted it at Richmond.
So the gentleman that I was talking about before a week or so ago that was getting out of vaping and basically sending me his vape gear, that is now on the way. So it's supposed to be here Monday. If it comes Monday, I may have something I can give away the following Friday. Yay, Scoobians!
I mean, we have fish fries in the South too,
Scoobian
just
peoples.
not like usually on a designated day.
Need more than one person for the mod heist. What? There, I mod heisted. Even though I lose every time. Oh, I took the last person in the seat, in the car. Last person in the seat. Yeah, there you go. Just making up stuff now as we go.
I don't know,
And
Wally. I mean,
we're all
aren't
gonna
the
die.
ads like, part of like an algorithm? They show you what you're searching for. Have you been looking up marital aids, Wally?
We made it. We survived. We survived.
Woohoo!
There's
Yeah,
Creed with how about some wire? Creed.
Yep.
And the wire I made you, I had it put away. Did I think I started. Yeah, I think I used some of it. I don't want to give you this little bit of wire, Creed. I'm going to make you a decent spool of wire, okay?
Eventually.
I just keep forgetting. I haven't seen Creed. It's like when I had it ready, I didn't see him, and now he's back here, and now I don't have enough wire. That's not
He's
worth sending
been
him.
here.
So,
Quit making excuses.
anybody get anything good from Amazon Prime Day deals? Yeah, I was showing what I got, Will, for the most
Yes,
part.
but the operative word is good. Did anybody get anything good from Amazon Prime? You got weird
Hey,
shit.
my shoes were on sale. They were normally $40. They were
I mean,
$30.
that's good.
They were
I
$10
ordered.
off.
I finally remembered to order some of the Capella pear so I can make more pear
Oh
club.
yeah, you did do
And
that.
I bought they have like little kits premixes, so I got a premix of a white coconut cake. It was $10 and it comes with all the stuff to make it. So I'm assuming they're all very small bottles. But
So what else did I get? I got some teeth whitening strips. I got a ring mister,
you
which
get teeth whitening strips for?
because
Those are all yours, boo. They ruined my teeth. I'm not using them.
they ruined your teeth.
I used them, and from that day forward, my two front bottom teeth, that's why I have to use Sensodyne now, is because of them fucking things.
Well, it says these are not whitening without the sensitivity.
I call bullshit.
I read the reviews. Anyways,
Well,
so I also got an outdoor misting fan kit, which basically it's a ring and you hook your garden hose to it and it sprays out mist. They don't give you the fan, which I thought it came with the fan at first, but they don't. You use your own fan. You hook that on there, and then it sprays like at theme parks, and you go and they have those fans that spray out mist. It does that, so we can keep cool. I got a cabin filter.
but it doesn't come with the fan.
I told you that. It does not come
Yes,
with the fan.
just now.
No, I told you the other day. I came in there and said,
no, you did.
I came at work is where I told you. You were sitting at your desk. I came in there and I said it does not come with the fan, but we can use the fan we already have.
I didn't know you bought that. I thought what I saw was something additional.
I bought
That's
a
ripoff.
a wrist
Right, CDC?
wrist blood pressure machine instead of having to wear the big cuff that pumps up. This one's on the
Those
wrist.
don't work nearly as well.
They use the wrist ones at the doctor's office, so just
Not for me. They never have.
they do. 50,000 mAh power bank. I got one of those because it was dirt cheap. And I think that's pretty much besides what I already showed. Oh no, I do have a cervical neck pillow. And then I got one of those wedge pillows that go behind your pillows, but in between your headrests so that your headboard, your whatever that's called,
Yeah,
so
boy.
that your pillows can't fall down behind the bed. I got one of those pillows.
My God, we're getting old. Will got a new mattress and a toilet seat. I bought something. You know what my Prime Day deal was? As I've been looking for one because we have 3 cats, right? So there's fucking fur everywhere. It's a big roller, so you can do the couch that collects all the fur, and it's like washable and shit instead of those peel and strip sticks. They're like $25. It was on sale for $8. So
There you
I
go.
have a cat fur roller.
Thank
on
you,
the
Cloud
rack.
Chucker. So I mean, I got other stuff coming. I got a neck fan that's got really good ratings from what I saw somebody do a test on like 6 neck fans, and this one blew the hardest. I don't know if it gets the coldest, but it's way cheaper than that one that they sell at Sam's Club or online. One of those two. Where the one they sell online is like $300. This one was like $20. So we'll see.
Well, I hope you didn't like search for a toilet seat on Amazon because your suggested for you is going to be nothing but toilet seats for the next 3 years, like you're starting a collection. Oh, thank you, Cloud Checker.
I mean, they had a lot of sales on stuff, but most of the stuff I already have. I already got a nugget machine, ice nugget machine. I got. Good thing is we're covered.
We have the ice nugget machine.
Yes, we have the ice nugget machine. We have air fryer. We didn't need another. We got like 4 or 5
like
air
4.
fryers.
We don't need air fryers.
The only other thing we don't have, but I didn't like the ones they had and they were too expensive, is a self-cleaning cat litter box.
You know, I have no problem cleaning the litter box once a day. It doesn't stink. Do you walk in the house and never smell the litter box?
It's rare. I got to be like almost right by the laundry room to smell it, so it's not bad. So I mean, yeah, I paid $300 for something like that. I mean, because that's how much they were.
Well, and those things are huge, and
Yeah,
I'm not.
Well, it's not just that they're huge. Some of them look kind of scary. I don't think the cats would even go in it. So it would be a waste of money if the cat is like, screw you, I'm not getting in that thing. So
I think they would, but their box that they have now is fine.
yeah. Scuba needs to learn. We already know this. What's mine's is hers, and what's hers is mine. We don't never have a problem sharing stuff.
Well, except for when he eats all my snacks.
Munchkin has made it a mission to go find stuff that I can't or won't eat.
Yeah. Yeah, we did move the show from Thursday, Sean Q. You know, it's funny that you did that because yesterday I was all fucked up all day. I kept thinking it was Friday, and then I'm like, no, it's Wednesday, and I just couldn't get the day right. And yeah. So then I saw, I'm like, well, it's not just me that has no fucking idea what day it is. So.
Yeah, John was like, what, there's no show? And then somebody was like, it's not
it was
Friday.
Unicron.
It's not Friday, John. You know.
Well, Tony, my cats don't go outside, and I clean the litter box once a day. And when I leave the house, when I come in, I can smell the funky stuff, like the cat pee, or the dog pee on the carpet.
On the carpet.
Yeah, I can smell that all the time. All the time. And he can't smell it. I can smell it just sitting
in that
here.
office. Yeah, because there's something in that office. I don't know where that smell's coming from, but we need to figure out where it is.
I think what it is she must have got to the carpet before we put the bed in here.
So under the bed. Yeah, I couldn't treat that.
Yeah, well, that poo stuff does not work for dried stains that are soaked into the padding unless you're going to pour half a bottle on it. And so my plan is to put the Odoban, which is the professional strength, directly into the carpet shampooer. I'm going to water it down a little bit and just soak the shit out of the carpet.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. Because the only other option is to just rip the fucking carpet out because I can't stand it.
Well, You know, I used to give Shane crap because he hasn't flown in a long time, but now Shane has flown, but Will hasn't. So I wonder what's keeping Will back from flying.
Hot.
You know, and I'll give Will full credit there because it has been hot. My last flight was July 2nd, and it was pretty hot that day, but in the morning, it's not so bad. Now, people that don't like getting up for morning flights and would rather do the afternoon, I understand because it's too freaking hot in the afternoon, too. So I would have to get up at the crack of dawn, but then all my neighbors go, "We didn't get to see you fly." Well, you're going to have to wake up at like 7 a.m. if you want to see it.
No one wants to do that.
No, exactly. They won't get up. And I'm like, well, you know what? I can't bother you if you're sleeping and I'm in the air. You can't hear it. And you slept through it. That means I'm doing a good thing.
My ass ain't getting up. Just that shit. Goodbye.
You ever see that movie, John Ritter, called Stay Tuned? Oh, with John Ritter. I don't know. Oh, you'll get a flight at Moonshiners. Yeah, Moonshiners is coming up next month, right? And that's going to be a hard. The weird part about that is, from what I've heard from you guys, is that's a more difficult place to take off. So you being a little rusty, not flying for a while, might take you a little bit while to get up in the air. Well, hello, Linda.
A little bit while.
It's pretty cool in the air after 1,000 feet. You know, Creed, I would tend to agree with you. It depends a lot on whether there's an inversion layer or not. I know when I flew last on July 2nd, it was hot on the ground, right? But I took off, and when I come back, the sun was going down, but I was actually shivering on the way back. It was cold. And I wasn't at 1,000 feet. I might have been at 300 feet. And just that little bit off the ground, it was freezing cold. I was like, what the hell, man? I wish I had a thermometer. You know what else we need on our paramotor? A thermometer that takes the actual temperature while we're in the air, because it was freaking cold.
I mean, that would be easy and relatively inexpensive to do.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard to do. Because, I mean, if you look at your phone or anything, it's going to tell you the temperature on the ground. It doesn't tell you the temperature where you're at right then. So I think it'll work out better. One of our friends, I guess that was Sad Day, also was doing aggressive wing overs. Ooh, and he threw his reserve, and that got twisted up in his wing. Ooh, that's not good, Jade. That sucks. Now he's in induced coma, broken leg, broken hip, ruptured spleen, brain bleed, and a fractured skull. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Jade, I'm 100% on that. I think a lot of us, especially, you know, after seeing a lot of these people have accidents, are being even more cautious now when we do go to fly. I do not fly in any conditions that I don't think are questionable at all, and I double check everything before I take off. So I mean, most of that stuff, if you're doing acro, you're pushing the limits anyway. You should fully expect the risk. But the guy had a reserve, so it's, you know, you would think that reserve could save your life. Some people carry 2 reserves. Oh, you know what, John Q? I'm glad you brought that up, because I meant to bring it up earlier, but I forgot because we got on another subject. I think that her daughter or Munchkin has been plotting on me, because those little grandkids come over here and ask were we married yet.
Said a word to them. Matter of fact, they're like, well, how long have you been together? Then why aren't you married yet? Most people get married after about a year or 2 together. And was giving him the 3rd fucking degree. It was hilarious, but I didn't say anything. I did not put them up to that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to force you to do something you don't want to do. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. I'll be damned if I'm going to fucking beg. You can hang that shit right the fuck up, too.
No. It's nothing like that. I don't know why people are making such a big deal out of it.
Because it's been like 6 years.
It's been a minute.
Something like that. It's been a while.
I thought one of these days, within the first couple of years, you were gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm kind of done and over it."
No,
And
I
then was,
can't afford the mortgage without you, so you're stuck.
See, now if I said some crap like that, you'd be like, "Go move fucking."
No, because we know you can't afford the mortgage without me, so we're stuck. If you ain't happy, you better fucking get happy because you ain't going nowhere.
Scuba Hangout live wedding service next week. You guys are crazy.
Will says you got to go after the elbows.
Are you doing that on purpose? You got your elbow like shooting out.
No, it's because I'm holding the top of my cup because I got stuff on my hands and the cup is wet.
Amazon didn't have any deals on rings. You got that right, Ozman.
Hey, look, I'm cheap, so I don't have a problem.
Yeah, she's like, you don't even need the ring right away. We can worry about it.
We already have rings.
We do. We do have rings. You're right.
I bought mine, you bought yours. What's the fucking problem?
Scuba knows she's flirting with those elbows.
He may be stuck, but you could replace him in a second. I don't know about that. I don't think so. I don't want to replace him. I like him.
Yeah, I don't. She don't like many people, so I'm kind of lucky.
No, I don't.
She is very standoffish to most people. I think I'm in good shape.
I'm an indoor cat. I'm just gonna say that right now. Yeah, I don't people well.
No, she does not people well.
Most of them are stupid.
Are you
the mortgage?
picky?
Am I picky?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say I'm picky. I'm particular. I like what I like.
That's picky.
And the mortgage industry the rates are still high. It doesn't seem to be stopping people, but damn, if every file doesn't have fucking problems. I mean, it just doesn't. No, I honestly like him. I enjoy his company. The only reason that I dread coming home sometimes is because that fucking dog. I'm just gonna say it right now. It's the dog. I can't. I am a different. Well, I don't.
Yeah, we did get to meet Tony and Angela down at Flyer for Gage. What's going on, Kyle? That was fun down there. I mean, I wish I would have got to fly when I was down there, but like I said, I didn't have my equipment because I flew down there on the plane, and
but not a whole lot of people flew.
Right, the weather was not the best, and I really didn't want to use somebody's
that
equipment.
damn dog, Tony.
And especially
am an observer. He's a social butterfly. I'm not. I just perfectly happy to sit in a chair and observe.
I don't think I'm a social butterfly.
CDC, I'm salary. So I hit on the last pay period 99.97 hours. And my boss was like, you get a bonus if you hit 100. I'm like, you know what? I'll kill you in your chair.
It is about hanging out, Tony. Same way we had when we had vape conventions, was just about hanging out. It wasn't really about.
Of course, you could shop at those too, but
yeah. Well, it sucked because it switched to all juice and freaking pods, and now it's still the same way. It's juice and pods.
I wasn't gonna mention that part, Tony, but yeah, and down a bottle of Jack. It was a small bottle.
She downed a bottle of Jack. Where did that bottle of Jack go?
At the fly-in?
Yeah.
I drank it.
Oh, that's where that went.
We couldn't take it with us. Neither one of us are, but he will get up to fly. I would rather stab myself in the eye.
Kyle, excellent question. I have not gone across state. Number one, I would have to really plan that out because of all the no. You can't just. I mean, now if I was out in Utah or Iowa or something, sure, you could do a whole flight across state, no problem. But when you're in a heavy populated state, there's a lot of bad flying zones that you can't fly through. So you have to kind of plan your flight around it, which makes it take even longer. And you have to plan out all your pit stops for gas. I've only had one flight where I've even flown that far, and that was that July 2nd flight. We flew from Pocosin all the way down the coast towards Fort Monroe. I didn't make it all the way to Fort Monroe. I made it close, and then I turned around and came back because the sun was going down, and I didn't want to land in the dark. That was my answer. I didn't want to land in the dark. Plus, you're not supposed to. Well, we got 30 minutes after sunset over there because, well, actually, no, that's Class E. But we already have permission from, not Class E, Class D. I'm sorry. We already have permission from Langley to fly because they weren't doing anything. But I think they were already off. Langley around July 4th was like, "We out." She likes bugs. Yeah, any small critter, she tries to make it a pet.
Why not? I mean, I didn't try to keep the cicada. I let him go, but he obviously wanted to hang out with me, so I let him.
It doesn't work like that, Will. You can't hang out up in the sky until morning because you will run out of gas.
Yeah, I mean, Scott, it really depends because, you get to a certain point and then I get more observant and I just sit there and kind of watch. And then there's a tipping point where I become really talkative and friendly and I go say hi to people that I don't know and bust up in their conversations.
That's
And then there's another tipping point where I get really fucking mouthy and it's probably a good time for me to go away.
That's the whole reason I can do a 2-hour show. I have a couple of drinks and I can run my mouth and be friendly the whole time. Otherwise, I'm quiet and kind of, well, I'm never really quiet. I talk all the time.
No, you're never quiet.
I mean, I can be quiet, but usually I talk.
So I was talking to Jeff about when you and Christine were contemplating switching spots. And I made the comment that you didn't want to be next to his office. And he's like, why not? I mean, the door would be shut. Because he's loud. I'd have to shut the door anyway.
Yeah. Because he's loud. He is loud. Hey, but I've never had a customer say, "Hey, I can't hear you."
No,
Not
definitely
once.
never. Shh, Breeze, don't tell people that. I've got an image to uphold. Morning geckos had eggs.
So
that's cool.
He could be on your insurance. I don't think it works that way, John Q.
Yeah, it does. I can add you to my health insurance if we were married.
Really? I thought it was based off of each individual because, I technically work for a separate company than she does, even though it's under the same umbrella of the company. So I don't get the stuff that she gets.
Yeah, I get half of my insurance paid. He pays his. But he could be added to mine. It's just a matter of would it be cheaper for him to continue to pay his own or be added to mine? I don't know. We're not married, so I'm not going to even bother wasting my time looking into that. What? My name would be SPCA.
SPCA?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. I am not going to, for the slightest moment, start typing your name as Shannon Callahan - Andrews. I'm not doing that. It's going to be Shannon Andrews, or I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. here's the thing is I have to write my name a lot. So the big thing would not be what Social Security thinks it is, right? It's whatever I have my notary under. That's what I'm concerned about because I have to write that
You
shit
can
a lot.
change your
Yeah.
notary.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that until it expires. It doesn't expire until 2026.
I got 2 years then. All right. You just bought me 2 years. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Look, Tony, all right. I didn't want him to help me until I told him to help me because he was in my way and I was tipping over. I have legs. I could put it down myself. Don't help me until I asked you to help me. And I didn't yell at him.
Marry her for the free insurance. Y'all are hilarious. Well, I mean, there was no way she was getting up on that bike. I mean, the first one she tried to get
Just
on
getting off. That was the problem.
it.
I
Yeah.
think I can handle my liquor, Tony. I mean, it was Jack Daniels, so that hardly counts, but
Yeah, well, you know.
it is a pain to change it. And what's funny, you say that, Linda, is when I got divorced and changed my name back, I was at the bank, right? And she's probably wrong because I'm like, well, I did get my name changed back officially. So it's in the court documents. There is an official name change, but I never told Social Security. But I still have my old Social Security card. And the lady at the bank was like, well, I mean, you still have the original Social Security card. So that works for us. And I'm like, works for me too. Apparently, it also works for the DMV. So I'm not going to go sit in Social Security for them to give me another card that says the same thing I already have.
Oh, where did I put that thing at?
I don't know. Wally, I was looking at the smaller e-bikes because the one they have are not only are they too tall, because I literally could not get my leg over the seat to get off, right? The handlebars are too far apart. So they need to make them for small people. Yeah, but Will, last time I tried to do that, they wanted me to mail them my driver's license for security. And then we're going to mail me my Social Security card. So I'm not doing any of that shit.
All right, I'm going to have to grab it because I can't find it.
What?
I'm not going to say. I will find it.
I am little people, Kyle. I'm very short.
I still don't see it. All right. I don't know where it went.
Yeah, I brought my name change and my divorce decree, but I had my old Social Security card, so I didn't have to. I'm like, look, it's me.
Well, where did
That's
it go?
probably what I'd have to get, Kramer, because I'm very short, and I got T-Rex arms apparently. His wingspan from fingertip to fingertip is as tall as I am. It's true.
It let me do it before. Oh, there
What?
we go. I got it now.
And I'm out of juice, so I'm glad that the pear is going to be here tomorrow. Well, I'm not out of juice.
Let me
Still
see
got
if I
some
can add
earthquake
this
cake.
in here.
Ooh, Cloud Chucker wants you to wick the fatality. Do you have one in there that you have access to?
Do that. Oh, I screwed up. Hold on. Let me fix this.
Stop screwing up, man. Excuse me.
Okay, I'm locating it now. I'm getting closer.
T-Rex arms and Velociraptor elbows. Exactly. I will bite you too.
Okay, there is my mod that's coming. And yes, there's something to be said about the of scuba being around the edge. But you know what? Screw it. It was hard enough just to get a paramotor guy on there. Why'd it just cut off? Dadgummit.
Oh,
Let me readjust this so it'll.
okay. So it's taller than me, right?
So there's the paramotor guy. I'm going over the ocean with scuba divers down there and a shark. And it says Scuba Stevenson. So I just tried to
Kramer,
mix everything into
it's
one.
funny you say that because we got into a discussion at the old office where
Oh,
all
there's
the
music
ladies
playing from it? My bad. I didn't realize it had music. That
were
sucks.
measuring our legs, and my legs are also only 24 inches long. Kramer's got the same size legs as me.
What are we looking at? That was a mod I have coming to me, Tony. Sorry, I didn't know I had music. But yeah, it's got a paramotor guy on there. The ocean, a coral reef, scuba divers,
Sharks.
a shark, a sunset. That it's just got like everything all into one. I didn't realize it had music. I apologize. I should have turned the sound off on it.
Shame on you.
Well, I don't know what's coming Wednesday. Oh, that's the stuff from coldest.com. I know what it is.
What?
That mod is good. Elevator music? Yeah, I think it was, Kyle. I don't even know what the hell music that was.
I don't know. I can't hear it because I don't have the.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to add it, but I don't know if there's a way to take the music out of it. Let me see.
I mean, I don't have a long torso either. Everything is small. No, Tony, that was from JD Mods.
How do I make the sound turn off on it? Let's see if I can I'm gonna try and turn the sound off of it.
Tom Brady, what?
There's no way to change the
Not yet,
sound.
Kyle. He just got it today. We had to ship it ground because of the battery.
Yeah. Okay, well, I can't figure out how to turn the sound off of it, so screw it. Anyways,
No
Yeah,
Tom
the-
Brady, John Q. He is not welcome.
hopefully the mod gets fixed. I mean, I've never seen a DNA crap out like that, but it did. So
I mean, it happens. It's a chip. Shit happens. I'm sure Joe will fix it. I
Yeah.
have faith in him. I actually hung out with him at Richmond for a while. We sat at the table and people
Yeah,
walked.
and I was gonna buy a Nazy mod, and I wanted that chameleon color he had.
That's Nate. Nazy is Nate.
Oh, Nazy is Nate. Oh, that's
Wrong
right.
person. Yeah.
I saw some of the JD stuff though. That was good too. So I don't remember which booth I was at.
Yeah.
when
I showed
saw.
him the fatality. Well, it was Richmond. You weren't there. And he was amazed.
You've seen him do all kinds of crap. Yeah, I believe it. Nate does all those. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember, man. Y'all think I'm a young buck. I can't remember half the
Well,
stuff.
Nazy Nate
old.
doesn't do mods anymore, even though I might still, because remember he was going to do a new powder coat for
Yeah.
my whatchamacallit. He's going to powder coat
Hadron
that for
Pro.
me. Yeah. But you took it apart and then I never shipped it because we got sidetracked and then he stopped doing stuff. I don't know if he still does repairs though.
Oh wow.
24-hour live streams. No. So I don't know if Nate still does stuff like that. I'd have to.
If you followed Munchkin around for 24 hours, she would scare you.
Well, Kyle, it's not one of his mods. I was just going to ask him to powder coat it for me because I have several Nazy mods. And I know he does a good job with that. So I was like, hey, Nate.
It looks like this. I mean, it would be easy to powder coat it.
How much would you charge me? Because mine is all scratched the fuck up. And I was like, how much? But then he stopped. He agreed to do it. But then in the meantime, before I got it shipped to him, he stopped doing mods. So.
Should Scuba go back to his Fieri hair?
From what I can see on Facebook, he's got other shit going on. So maybe I'll hit him up when when things go better. Because I wouldn't say he's local, but he's in the same state we're in. Hey, Roger.
I had to look out.
No, he should not junk you.
Yeah, people would approach me in the grocery store when I had that hair. As long
They
as I
still
had
do.
some sunglasses or something. Yeah, they still think I'm him, which is
Some
weird.
dude at Sam's Club was like, "Hey, you look like," and he was like, "Yeah, I know, Guy Fieri."
He's
like,
yeah, that's
"Yeah,
him.
that
And I was
dude."
like, no, that's not me, man. I had to stop the guy before he even said it. I was like, I know what you're gonna say.
Hey, Carl.
I mean, what's up, Carl? You would think that I'm not as rounded off as Guy Fieri is now. He's kind of got a little more weight on him, I think.
I think he's a little shorter than you two.
He's definitely shorter.
I mean, you're not necessarily like, Slim Pickens either. So,
no. Well, damn it. I'm going on a diet.
yeah, I mean, neither am I. I'm thick. Yeah, I didn't know if he still was doing like the powder coating and stuff. We've moved since then too, and I have no idea where the box is with all the pieces in it. So I have to find it again before I bug him. Yeah, Tony, but you know what would be great is if I could breathe and paint my toenails at the same time. So it's almost time to. Well, I even told him that, I was like, so since it's not even one of your mods, you can put your logo on it. In the corners, like he does. You could put your logo on there, and I'll tell everybody that, because I was gonna get I can't remember what color I was gonna have it done, but that does not exist in the Hadron Pro world because they only come in certain colors.
I was going to try to stream with StreamYard tonight for the hell of it, but I realized that I would have had to try and get Munchkin in there and go through all the technical issues and didn't feel like I'll have to test it before I ever try to go live with it.
This was the last Nazy one that I had him do for me.
Yep. There's me.
That's pretty cool. It's my squonker.
That's me in the corner. Oh.
The only thing I have problems with the squonker is, it's still got juice in it, is that bottle leaks right there where it connects. So I do have, it's a squonker. I do have silicone replacement bottles. But yeah, I like that. I like that mod. It's a pretty color. And I've got two others over here, but they're the purple chameleon.
Linda, I'll put it like this. It took me a long time to switch from XSplit over to OBS. XSplit you have to pay for, but it was really easy to click buttons to do what you want to do. Then I figured out OBS. If I switch to StreamYard, I got to figure that out all over again.
I love how you blame it on me that I'd have to show her how to do all the technical shit.
No, you don't have to figure any of that out. I would have to just pull you into the stream, but then I could, invite people. I could invite people now, so it's not that big a deal, but
you could. Where's my other one?
I like Zoom because they can be anywhere, man. Grab a cell phone, boom, you're in. It's pretty simple. I guess you can do that with StreamYard too, but I just don't mess with StreamYard that much.
These are all my SX ones.
Like if I wanted to switch scenes, it's going to be, yeah, you can invite 6 people, but does it do all that on the free mode? I don't know. How much is XSplit? XSplit is actually pretty cheap now, CDC. If you go through that Kingwin. Yeah, it's called Kingwin.net or something. They have coupon codes to get XSplit for a year for like $7. It's dirt cheap for a whole year.
Here's my other Nazy. And it's got a matching glitter tank.
Can that's the color I like.
But see, what's funny is this chameleon is blue and purple, where in the light it looks the same, but this is black and blue. But it's still pretty. I can see. Easy. I thought I had another one in here, but I can't find it.
Paid version is like 13 people. Yeah, but I haven't done any streams where I've had that many people on a live cat. Like,
No, we tried to do a Zoom hangout again, and not really too many people joined. So
yeah, because with Zoom, I could have 100 people in here and broadcast to everybody, but they only put so many people per page, so I would have to make it switch between who was talking, which would make everything so confusing. So it's not worth it. I mean, you could do gallery view, but then it only shows one page of like 9 people. Then you got to switch pages to see the other person. So,
I mean, Tony, it depends. I mean, me and Roger and Peanut that were in here used to. I mean, shit, we had
John Q.
several shows. It wasn't my ankle; it was my knee. I landed on my knee. That's what was bruised. Ankle was fine. It's not hard. It depends on how much you want to put into it. You know, you don't have to have logos and shit all over it.
I had the shirt
It
I
can
got
be
on from
really
Jade.
super easy.
I want to do a video. Maybe I should keep it a secret. All right, but yeah, I'm going to keep it a secret.
I want to do a video, but I'm not going to talk about it.
Well, because it's going to be a surprise.
Okay.
It's a big, cool surprise.
Those were his encrypted accounts,
Hey,
Discord and Steam.
Peanut
Peanut butter.
Yeah, it's gonna be a surprise. I think it'll be cool. If I can get it done the way I want it done. You know, it's kind of hard to get. It's so weird. Y'all see my videos, right? Where I take off and you see it from my helmet cam. But how many actual launches have you seen from me? Not many, because nobody records it. Even the people that know me don't record it. I'm like, what the hell?
Yep.
Record it.
Like,
one. There you go, Kyle. Yeah, one.
You want to see that. Other people probably don't.
Yeah, they do. That's the best
No,
part.
they want to see.
They don't want to see the flying part. They want to see takeoff and
no,
landing.
You want to watch other people take off and land for practice. The general public just wants to see what it looks like from the bird's eye view. They don't give a shit about. You want to see the grunts in motion.
They want to see
not even the crashing part, but
the crashing part. Yeah.
Hey, Stina. Now, I got all of that whole bird's eye view thing out of my system when Google Earth came a thing, right? So I want to see what something looks like from the sky.
Linda knows what it's like. I mean, she's flown tandem, so she knows exactly what we see when we fly. And when she flew tandem,
I've flown in an airplane before, so
airplane's not the same. It's not.
You don't have good batteries for the drone, Kyle, or he would.
Ask Linda. Is flying in an airplane even close to the same thing as flying in a paramotor?
Well, I'm not sticking my head out the window, no, but for me, that's good enough. I don't need to feel the wind in my hair and the bugs in my teeth. I don't.
There's
good.
Very few bugs once you get up in the air. I mean, I have been chased by a dragonfly, but that was
He
different.
didn't chase you. He was surprised to see you. Like, what the hell are you doing up here? Aren't you supposed to be on the ground?
15 to 1600 feet above ground. And I was like, is that a damn dragonfly?
He called me. It was like, it's a dragonfly. I said, I can guarantee you he was more surprised to see you than you were to see him.
I didn't know they flew off. My friends record my takeoffs and I video their takeoffs. Bill, that is awesome. I'm glad you do that, man. Bill didn't record my takeoff down there with Kyle. Well, I didn't really know Bill that much.
I had the
camera
set up.
Yeah,
I caught everybody's takeoff.
So
wasn't that Bill whose cell phone went into his propeller? I was
yeah, I remember that. But I mean, as far as you seeing me take off the ground, the only one really, I guess, is my first flight where you recorded it. Well, no, you see me take off on that trike because you filmed it. That's 2 takeoffs for sure that are on camera. And my reverse launch is technically one also. So
I
that's
was
3.
nervous for him, not the flying part. It was the landing part. Which clearly there's a
Oh, she
reason
was
I was
definitely
nervous for that.
nervous.
Yeah,
She
I don't.
now my
I'm
panic can
like,
start.
yeah,
I've
he
heard
took
that so
off.
many
Now
times.
he's got to come back down, and that should be the interesting
Yeah.
part. Let's see how he does that.
You know, it's been said a million times. Takeoffs are optional, but landings are mandatory.
They
And
are. It's just how you go about it.
so, yeah. Luckily, the more you fly, the easier that gets. Honestly, it does. It's and when they try to teach it on stream, you can't really. It's a feeling you got to have. I think they can say, "Oh, you need to flare this many feet above the ground," but there's a feeling you get as you're flaring. You can feel when you're about to level out, and that's when you need to just don't move, and it'll level out. Then you finish out your flare, and you're done. You're on your feet walking.
Have you successfully landed on your feet yet?
Yes. I mean, I've successfully landed on my feet with those
And
touch and goes.
stayed on them? Okay, but the touch and goes are something completely different. I mean, land and stay standing.
That last, well, I've been doing a lot of trike flying. The only flight I've had since then was that 4th of July one, which I technically did land on my feet, but I landed in mud, so I don't know how well that counts. The weight of the paramotor kind of made my knees buckle a little bit, but I stood right up. I didn't touch the ground at all. I literally didn't even take a step. That was literally like a plop, stand up. I plopped and my knees bent a little bit, then I stood up.
Okay, well, I'll give you that because you did not come home with muddy knees.
Exactly, because I didn't touch. Yeah, my knees never touched the ground. I didn't bend that far. It was more like, bloom, your feet are stuck in the mud, but they didn't get stuck that deep. It's just marsh, man. I don't
Going to
like.
be a lot stronger than I had intended it being.
I don't like taking off from the marsh like that, but it wasn't that bad. You might have recorded it. Well, Bill, if you got it, you know when it was, bud. That was back there when we could actually fly at what was that, Naylor Airfield? How the hell do I remember that?
I
That
don't know.
was which now nobody can fly at thanks to the city saying, "Hey, we need this land for no particular reason whatsoever. We just don't want y'all flying here." What do I like more, trike or foot launch? Tony, that is a tough one, and I know why a lot of people struggle with that. I would say the flying part itself, it seems like you can turn a lot easier foot launch. You feel a little more free because you're just kicking your feet in the air, which you still do on the trike, don't get me wrong. But with the trike, I can fill that tank all the way up and take off very easily and land very easily and not have to worry about my turning my motor off because you can land without ever your prop getting near the ground.
No
And
grunting required.
I feel safer in the trike, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm not going to break any equipment when I'm running. I could easily slip and break a prop because I've already done it twice. So you can easily slip and break a prop when you're doing foot launch, which I love foot launch. Don't get me wrong. I still
you
enjoy
have
doing
done.
both. But the trike, I think, wins in the ease of use category, and it also makes you feel more like you're taking off in an airplane because the
You're
way it
gonna so let Will down.
lifts off the ground. No, I know Will loves foot launching, and you know what? As long as you can foot launch, you should foot launch. There's some people that have to fly trikes because they're not physically able to do it. I do it because I only fly the trike when I have a lot of room. Well, not a lot of room because I fly this small field over here, but it's plenty of room for that factory yard to get me well over the trees before I even get close. So, I like it. The trike is best for low wind situations, takeoffs. When you land, it doesn't really matter, but taking off, I think the trike is good for low wind. or zero wind, because if there's a lot of wind, when you go to raise your wing up on a trike, if the wind's blowing hard, it'll pull you backwards. And those wheels, they don't care. They don't have no, hey, we can't go backwards. They will roll backwards. So your whole trike and everything goes backwards. It's not the same as running. Yeah, it's I can't really say which one's better than the other. They're both equally good. I get the same experience out of each one of them. The other reason I like the trike is,
I would imagine the difference is probably like, would you rather drive a car or a motorcycle? Well, it depends.
yeah,
It depends.
I mean, like on the trike, I can bolt my 360 camera right to the frame of the trike. If I'm doing it on a
Willie,
Hey, what's up, Willie? If I'm doing it on a foot launch, I have to figure out a way to mount it to one of my arms, and it's not easy to do. And I'll probably knock it off, and then I'll have
from what I've seen with people on the trikes, if you take off too fast on a trike, when the wind catches the wing, that's what pulls you backwards, not necessarily the fact that it's too windy to fly. It's you gunned it a little too hard before your wing in the air.
Nobody would be excited about you spending that
Probably
kind of
a
money
little
on
bit
a
both,
paramotor.
Kyle. I'm just saying both.
Use your money. Do not spend any money on equipment right now. That is the worst mistake you could make. You want to spend your money on the training. Go through the training. Your instructor will tell you what size wing and what size motor you need to get. The training is what you need to pay for first. That's all the money you have to worry about. You can get the motor
and if you're
way
going
later.
somewhere that gives free training where you can come back and go as many times as you want, hell, just go use their shit for a while.
Not free training. No. Don't do the free training.
I didn't say free. Well,
Yeah, you
what
did.
I meant was the training where you can come back.
Unlimited training.
Yeah, unlimited. So yeah, you can just go use their equipment.
Now, Aviator, the way they do it, when you pay for training with Aviator, you have a year to come back. So after that year, I think you have to pay again. But during that whole year, you can come back anytime and they'll train you some more if you need it. But usually you get 50 or so flights before you even leave there. So you're pretty well safe to go out on your own and fly at that point. I didn't have a lot when I flew with Kyle O'Glee, but that was not his fault. That was my own because I needed to get back here. So that's what we did. But I learned enough while I was there that I was able to go out on my own and do it no problem. But don't try to do the whole thing with no training because you will die. No questions. You will die. I don't know why people think, hey, can I try that? No, you will die. I'm just telling you right now.
Like, no, you're not gonna wreck my equipment.
How long before I was in the air? When I started training, the fourth day.
Mm-hmm.
It was the fourth day, Kyle. That's when I got flying. And the main reason why it was the fourth day is because we had rain. I got to kite the first day, and then I kited the second day, and it was still too strong a wind for any students' first flights anyway. And then the third day it rained. The fourth day I was in the air. And then the next day I think it rained again. Then we skipped a day. And then that's when I went and flew with Bill and Trevor and all the other cool guys out at that Naylor Airport. And it was like a mini fly-in, which was a perfect way to end the week. I got to fly with a bunch of people, and I was scared as hell because it was like my third flight ever.
Well, what's hilarious though is Kyle was like, yeah, we're just gonna go down to this other LZ, and I'm not sure if anybody will be there. So when we got there, nobody was there. And then all of a sudden, all these people started showing up, and Scuba and the other guy, Kevin, that were there were like, wow, there's so many people here. And Kyle knew the whole time. He was just chuckling to himself because he knew what he was bringing y'all to. I think that's why he got us there early, just so y'all would have no idea. So he was happy with himself seeing you guys flying around with everybody else. He was tickled, even though those other two didn't quite make it.
The main instruction that your instructor should tell you, and that I can't stress enough, is never ever jump in your seat early. I did it. I even have a video on it, and it says classic mistake, because I jumped in my seat and I literally jumped in so quick that my weight made the wing come right back down into the ground. So don't do that. Let the wing lift you up. When you feel yourself going up 15, 20 feet, then you're
Just
good.
keep running.
But don't jump in your seat. It tricks you. It tricks your mind. You feel all the weight. Like before you go in the air, as you're getting pushed by the paramotor. So you're really not having to run that much. You just have to keep up with your feet.
Oh, you had to run.
Well, I did because I was on Atom 80, but with the Factory R, I don't. It just goes. But anyways, so it's pushing you, and all of a sudden you'll feel all that weight that you're carrying, which is like 75, 80 pounds, will start to feel really light. And you think, oh, I'm flying, but you're not flying. It's just the wing is starting to pull the weight off of you. And then once it's time, you'll know, because the wing will just all of a sudden pick you up off the ground. And then you don't let off the gas, whatever you do, because you come face down into the ground and it will hurt bad. Trust me. So don't let off the gas. That's the other. Have I ever had engine troubles? Kyle? No. I'm knocking on wood, but I bought a brand new motor. It is a Factory R. It has 20 something hours on it. And now there will be an engine out. Don't get me wrong, but that's why when you're flying, you always look for an out. Where can I land? Where can I land? The whole time you're flying, you're enjoying the view, but you're also looking down going, where can I land? Where can I land? If my motor was to go out now, where can I land? That's got to be priority number one, besides monitoring for air traffic. Make sure there's no helicopters coming.
Yeah, that's priority number one. Look out for airplanes. Mm-hmm.
Airplanes are bad. Helicopters are worse. Helicopters will wash you up like a washing machine and spit you on the ground really quick, because you see the vortices that come off helicopter blades. Yes. Yeah, that's what it does to your wing.
Look at him using his big words.
He's using his big words.
He's using big words like vortices. Mm-hmm.
You use them big words. You tell him down.
Yes, big words and hand signals. Just in case you didn't know what vortices looked like, he's gonna tell you. Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
I believe they call that a wash when we're talking about helicopters.
Well, and helicopters have a bad wash when they get close to the ground.
Don't steal my word. That was my word.
Well, because you mentioned the word wash. That's
because that's what it is.
When they get near the ground, that's the wash. So I'm talking about way up in the air. It still has vortices that come off of it. The wash.
Boom hour to tower.
Yeah.
Vortices.
Vortices. That's it. Vortices. RS. Look it up. It's not spelled nowhere near that, but close enough. I really would like to get buddies with somebody in the tower over at Langley Air Force Base.
Yeah. How? You don't call them.
I know, but I want to get buddies with them. Like we meet him randomly somewhere, and he's like, "Yeah, I work the tower at Langley." Really?
Where the fuck are we just going to randomly meet somebody that works at Langley Tower?
I don't know, but we could get lucky.
Look, every client we have, if they even remotely look like they're in the military and say anything about Langley, he's like, "Do you work on a tower?" Yes, exactly.
You can meet them by call. Yeah.
Call them. How's your mom again? I got a question for you. Can I fly?
Bill, considering you've had 3 or 4 engine outs, right? Were you able to restart your motor on any of those events, on those 3 or 4? Or was it a motor out where you had to land and you could not restart? That's what I wanted to know. Because there's 2 types of motor. Well, there's 2 or 3 types of motor outs. You could have, I'd say even 4. One, you could have a motor out because something breaks off and hits your prop, which breaks your prop. So you have to kill the engine because the prop's not going to do anything for you. Number two, you could run out of gas. That would make your engine shut off.
See, Kramer, I'm pretty sure Langley is a closed base, so I don't know how they would feel if I rolled up to the gate and was like, "Hey, I got some brownies for the guys in the tower." I'd probably get arrested or
And then be like,
investigated.
these are weed brownies. They would be real pissed. So, and then number three, your motor could just die for some unknown reason. Maybe it has an air leak in the fuel line or something like that.
Or you ran out of gas.
Well, to run out of gas, that was one of the things already. Yeah, you could run out of gas.
Eric sounded excited you were having a motor issue.
I've seen people make their motor shut off from doing too many G's in their paramotor because the way that it's not really a fuel pump, it's a
Yeah, Will just said that. Yeah.
diaphragm. Oh, wow. Will's saying at the same time I was talking about it. Yeah. So if you pull, those little carbs don't really have a fuel pump. They have a diaphragm that sucks the gas. So if you're pulling a lot of G's, that diaphragm can't move.
How does it work again?
It'll shut up. Air leak will burn a hole in the piston. That's right, Bill. Yeah, you don't want to burn a hole in your piston. That's major.
That
major
sounds
engine
very,
overhaul right
very painful.
I think that must have happened to Tucker. I think Tucker, I know did some G's and almost had an engine out, but I think he was able to keep it going. But it can happen. It can happen.
Have I told you lately how much I hate this headset?
Yes, you told me before the show started that you hate
Did
the
I?
headset.
I wasn't sure if I mentioned it.
I rode my power washer to the next town like that. Wow, John Q, don't break yourself on that mod heist.
I need to find another one of the one I had previously. I don't remember what model it is. How come they don't put that shit on here?
It's a H800, Logitech H800. You keep me around because I'm smart.
I do.
I wrecked my Parajet Maverick on the 6th launch, and I was heartbroken. Wow. I could see that, especially if you did a lot of damage to it. I mean, when I broke my first prop, I was all torn up about it. And it was stupid because I took off in wet grass, wearing some damn Hey Dude shoes, and I was at a fly-in. So I thought I was screwed. I was like, well, there goes my whole fly-in. Luckily, Dave Garber was there, and he had spare props.
I would imagine that was probably slightly more expensive, Creed.
But the prop he sold me was a 135 prop instead of a 140, which is that F prop that I got. But I got two
Holy
spares
shit!
now.
How is it still $60? How old is that headset? It's $60 on Amazon.
Yeah.
I think I bought this one off of eBay for like $18.
That's the only place you can find them that cheap, if they still work.
Well, that one worked till it didn't. 60 bucks.
Yeah, 60 whole buckaroos.
60 whole dollars. But this headset is at least 8 years old. It's not even like new technology. How is it still $60?
I don't know.
$31,000. Yeah, that would suck.
I was just checking to make sure that the Ninja Slushy didn't go back in stock. 31,000. What?
It shouldn't, Steve.
31,000?
That's ridiculous. Creed said that he blew his engine in his real airplane in 1988 and had to land in a farmer's field, and he said it cost $31,000.
Ouch.
Will said that's why I don't have the desire to own an airplane. Yeah, that would be
nice, Bill. You know what Bill doesn't get, or John Wayne, or myself, really? Any video of us.
No.
I mean, we show ourselves flying, but we have no video of us. Like, we should take 10 seconds before we and just turn the GoPro towards us. Hey, I'm about to take off. Blah 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 blah, and then show the video of us taking off flying. I
Damn,
think.
Creed.
I mean, if we were being better videographers, we would make it be like a
I don't
story
know.
thing.
As many paramotor videos as you make me watch, I've literally never ever thought to myself, gee, I wish I could see their face. It's more like, gee, I wish they'd figure out how to fucking fix their audio so they're not blasting my eardrums out with their shitty
Yeah.
YouTube royalty-free music. I've never. Yeah.
Oh yeah, most of them don't know how to control the volume in their videos on the music, which sucks. Now I know my headset does a pretty good job at suppressing the motor noise, but it also has that if I turn my head left. So I got to be careful and not turn my head left. Now
I don't care about the motor noise.
The new headset I'm not even using because I couldn't get good audio from it. This is the V3 smoke headset. I'm using the V2 because honestly, the V2 sounds better. Unless I can figure out how to make
Yes, I'm going to bitch about music. If I have to crank it up to like 30 just to hear you talk, and then all of a sudden your music kicks in and blows my fucking speakers, yeah, I'm going to bitch. Fix it. I mean, don't people look at their videos before they post them to find out, look, is my audio normal? No, it's not.
Oh, Kramer, I get that. Peer pressure can make you blow a launch. I mean, I assume at some point he'll get a little more confident.
You didn't even launch when you had peer pressure. Every time random people showed up to watch you, you choked. And you're like, yeah, well, and you dicked around talking and fluffing your wing and moving around and talking and fluffing your wing. And now you're like, well, it's too late now, so I can't take off.
I do not.
You did. I did
do that.
That was at Lee Hall.
I will admit, I stalled at
you stalled
in View
hard.
Plantation because somebody was asking me questions. But now I just go. If you were there when we went at no, you weren't there. If you were there July 2nd, I literally, as soon as my wing was over there, I put it in the air and I was gone. I didn't waste no time.
I believe you now. I'm just saying that for the first couple times, if people were looking at you, you would hem and haw and stall to where it was too late. Yeah. And I always told you what I would still tell you to this day. If you feel uncomfortable for any reason, then don't take off. No one's forcing you to fly. That's how you fuck up and make mistakes.
See, you could
I know, right, John Q? I'm evil.
That awesome support. Yeah. Yeah, she's so supportive, Will.
I am supportive. Look, I let him buy the shit, didn't I? Just saying.
Do you hear what she's saying? Do you understand the words that are coming out of her mouth? I let Scuba spend his own money on that paramotor.
Exactly.
What the hell? What the hell?
Look, we don't have our own money anymore. That's not the way this works.
Now at this point I get it, but when
even at that point, you were living with me. Yeah. You weren't working at that point in fucking time. So yeah, I let you buy it.
I had this plan in motion, and I told you though, I did say, I said, now I may just go and do training and may not even enjoy doing it. And then that'll be the end of it.
That was a damn lie. And we both knew it.
I wasn't sure.
Look, I was born at night, but it wasn't fucking last night.
No, right? I really wasn't sure because when you go parasailing, you can do that and then be like, I'm good. I don't need to do that again. I've went parasailing. But flying on your own is a whole nother different.
I'm just going to tell you right now, okay? I would never drop 14 grand on anything without running it by you first.
Yeah.
It is not your money. It is not my money. It is our money.
Damn.
And I allowed you to buy. I didn't even question you. Your stocks aren't going up, right? Yeah. I didn't question it. I didn't go, are you sure? I was just like, just make sure you buy the right equipment for you so you don't have to go back and buy more. I was 100% supportive.
I mean,
even though I fucking hate it, but I'm supportive.
I do appreciate that. I know that
Better.
I know that it's hard seeing me go and do something dangerous like that, but danger is
Chuck, you said actually it's my money. I have dibs. You
it's
have
dangerous
dibs
just
on
going
his
out
stuff.
and getting in a car every day. So I don't really see any
Cars don't fall out of the sky.
No, but when they get hit by
unless
another
you've
car,
done something very, very wrong.
You can still die from a car accident. Just saying.
Yeah, you can. You can die choking on a fucking gummy bear, but some things are inherently risky. I'm not going out of my way to try to kill myself.
Yeah. Anyways, I do enjoy flying. I'm not trying to make YouTube money off making videos like Tucker got, but I don't mind posting, and I post everything. That last video I posted, it showed my failed launch on the trike. My whole wing came up way to the right there was some kind of crosswind coming down over those trees and blew my wing over that way. And I tried to correct for it, but I was too close to the tree, so I just shut it down, which it doesn't take but a minute to set that thing back up. And the next time, which I didn't record because I'm a dummy, it went straight. I took right off. I mean, literally, I was up in like 25 feet, if that.
Why do I look so blindingly white other than the fact that I am?
You are white. If y'all meet her in person,
Yeah.
wear sunglasses because her skin will blind your ass. She is white.
I actually had somebody ask me if I was wearing white pantyhose once. I'm like, no. It depends, Creed.
That's why I can't take her out in the damn sunshine. She just turns red and explodes. She has no tanning ability.
And then I peel and turn white again.
I will tan before I burn. You just got to find that happy medium. Ooh,
that's like saying you couldn't get life insurance if you drove a motorcycle. So I'm sure you could. It might be a little bit more expensive, but I'm sure you could.
Well, the whole thing about being married once, I get what you're saying, but then again, you know, and you think when you get married that's the only time it's ever going to happen, but sometimes your partner has other ideas in mind, and that's what happened. So
well, and Tony, I mean, I see, I understand that perspective, right? But it's more than a piece of paper, okay? So common law marriage does not exist here. If something happens to him as it is right now, I would have zero influence on what happens. Now that he's actually divorced, the responsibility for burial or making any of his medical decisions, because he doesn't have power of attorney. We could have that done. We work for an attorney, would fall to his children, not to me. Filing taxes. We're not married. We file single. We get fucking raped by the IRS in taxes because we're not married. There are other benefits other than just a piece of paper. I mean, there's more to it than that. And if it's just a piece of paper, then what's the fucking problem? See, John, you're right there. If it's just a piece of paper, then just get it. If it means nothing, just do it. Tony. If it's not that big of a deal, then just do it. Yes, me and my ex-husband were together from 1998 to 2017. Good night, Bill. Hello, Bandit.
4
How are you
a.m..
doing?
Goodness gracious, Bill. That's
Yeah,
too
ooh,
early.
we're not doing that.
That's too early. Tomorrow I have to start my low residue diet.
Ooh,
So much
tomorrow I
fun.
get to shampoo carpets. Oh boy.
There's a lot of stuff coming in the mail tomorrow, though. A lot. The mailman's going to be pissed.
Well, not any more pissed than he was when he delivered 40 pounds of free weights.
Well, when she showed up today, I was like, what happened yesterday, man? It said it got delivered. She's like, it was my day off. I don't know what the hell.
Don't I become the property of him? No. No. As far as I know, no. I mean, Virginia's country, but I don't think we're
Marriage
quite
is
that
overrated.
country.
Why? Okay, now all these people are coming in saying they're against marriage. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's because Tony got burned. Tony don't want to get burned again, which I understand that as well.
I got burned too. What the hell?
You didn't get burned in the divorce.
Oh no, I didn't get burned in the divorce. That did not. We went our separate ways. We kept our whatever we had.
Yeah, I can't
She
speak
took
for
most
West
of the
Virginia,
stuff, but I wasn't against her taking it. Take it, take it, take it, and go. Take it and go. That's the way that went.
I mean, I get it. I understand. I mean, I truly do. If I had any ideas that he would behave the way my ex-husband did, who was a spoiled only child alcoholic that thought the world revolved around him and his ideas and thoughts were the only thing that mattered, I might feel differently, but I don't get that vibe from him. So that's not a question for me.
I would say you should know me by now at this point.
Well, I mean, you are definitely spoiled and you do think the universe revolves around you, but I've also
What?
Yeah, you do. But you are also willing to help people out. You're not a selfish ass. You're not an angry drunk. You're not an argumentative drunk, which I also like. So we can drink together and have fun and be the end of it. I don't have to tiptoe around you and your anger over. Like, he fixed the car so many fucking times, not a cuss word to be heard, no slamming anything around. I posted that shit on Facebook just hoping my ex would see it too. Be like, this is how a fucking real adult behaves. I can't say the same when I fixed my dryer. I invented new swear words, but
when I was doing the timing belt on that pilot, though, and that top cam spun,
you didn't even swear then.
I didn't cuss, but I thought I was gonna pass out because I literally thought I just ruined that whole motor. I was like,
yeah,
oh.
he just stood up and you could see like the color drain from his face, and he just walked in the house. And my son-in-law looked at me and was like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Yeah," I know. And he's like, "Should I go talk to him?" And I'm like, "No, not yet. just give it a minute." So we were all out there, like, and he's like, "All right, everybody, cross your fingers. I'm gonna start it." Well, okay, Tony. The other Tony is not in here to vouch for the fact that I was never once scared of my ex-husband. The last physical altercation we got into, which he was not aware was a physical altercation, I flipped him over my shoulder. After I was like, "Oh no, I fell," and he tried to help me up, and that's my I flipped him on the floor. I was never scared. I'm not scared of anybody, so you can just check that right now. But you do change your behavior to avoid having to deal with somebody else's bullshit. And
how's your mom and them, Mick?
I got really tired of tiptoeing around my house to not have to listen to this asshole bitch and moan that somebody dared interrupt his movie day.
She's not talking about me, Mick.
Whatever.
You came in late.
No, I was not talking about him. No, this motherfucker, not this motherfucker, the other motherfucker was unemployed. Okay. He did not have a job. for like 2.5 fucking years and was lying to his parents saying he was working while I was paying for
Stop
everything.
pointing at
All
me
right.
while you're saying that.
Sorry. And he'd sit at home
like-
and watch movies all fucking day. I'd come home from work at 8 o'clock. He's drunk in his chair or he's drunk on the couch and had the fucking gall to complain that I was talking while he was trying to watch a movie.
She's
or that I
talking
was
about her
walking back
ex-husband,
and
Mick,
forth in
just so
front
you
of him
know.
while he was watching a movie. And then when I had to file bankruptcy because my paycheck went from like $900 a week to like $200 a week, do you know this son of a bitch told me that I don't know how to manage our money? And I'm like, that's fucking rich. I didn't know you fucking had any. You haven't worked for 2.5 years. We don't have any money. I have money. You are now a second fucking child is what I have. Yeah. When I told him I wanted a divorce, he asked me, well, couldn't you just stay here and we could be roommates? We are already roommates and you suck at it. You do not pull your weight. No, we cannot do that. I've already signed the lease. I'm out. And his parents bought him a new fucking bed that day, that same day. So yeah, no. If I got those kind of vibes from him, oh, hell no. Yeah, hell no. And Dave, if you're watching this, yeah, that's you. I'm just saying, that's you. That's all you, buddy.
Thank God, because everybody's blaming it on me in chat. You need to be a little bit more.
No, he's never done anything like that. No. No.
Okay, I just want to make sure that people
First
realize
of all,
that.
I would put my foot so far up your ass if you behave that way that you could
Hey,
lick my toes. Okay.
I got a
We're not-
colonoscopy coming up. Don't be talking
Yeah,
about
well, that
putting
would make
anything
it
up
easier.
my
Exactly, Mick. Thank you. Yeah.
butt. Yeah, I
You know what's funny though, right? Is he would praise me on Facebook and talk about how awesome I was. And it's like, yeah, because I'm fucking taking care of you. You damn right I'm fucking awesome. But do you think I ever got any appreciation for paying all of his fucking bills? No, he can't. Ozman. No, he cannot.
We both
We
need to
have a
be
mortgage
working.
now?
Yes,
No.
we
No,
need,
he cannot.
we need to make money. Luckily, our boss is pretty forgiving. I don't think we could pretty much lose our job for anything. He definitely wouldn't lose her. I mean, he would lose me, but he's not going to lose her no matter what.
No, your employment is part of my fucking bonus.
Okay. So it's time to I can't see it, retire and get pissed all day.
No, we're not doing that.
We have to pay for this house, Mick. It's not no easy street for us by any means.
No, because the interest rate, I mean, our interest rate is under 7%, but that's still not good.
Yeah, we're at
relatively speaking, compared to what the rates are now, it's good, but
yeah,
it's not good. It's expensive.
We're like 6.5% or something like that, but I'd rather it be lower.
6 3/4.
So 6 3/4. Oh, look, the price.
But what I'm seeing now is 7.5. On VA loans, it's 6 3/4, 6.5, maybe.
I think it's funny that they dropped the price of the PPG smoke headset to $289 now. It was $500 and something. What about the people that paid the $5 something that are now going to be pissed off that you now sell the same headset for $289 instead of $549?
That's what happens when you buy shit as soon as it comes out.
Damn it, man. So, yeah. And I mean, the version 3, he says it's better in every way, but honestly, I tried to get audio from it and it was so garbled, I couldn't use it. And I was like, I can't go flying with this. Nobody's going to be able to hear a word I say. The side tone works great as long as you know how to turn it on, which it comes with no damn instructions. So if he wouldn't have told me how to do it, I wouldn't have known how to turn on the side tone. And if you don't turn that on, you can't hear anything you say. So you have to turn side tone on. And maybe I can figure out how to make it record good. I don't know. But for now, I'm using the version 2 and it works way better. The only problem it has is, you know, like I said, when I turn my head left, you can hear like really loud engine noise. But if I'm looking straight, it's very quiet and you can hear everything I say. So that's what I've been trying to do. Oh, so this weekend, guys, yeah, I'm going to be having fun because I got to go through that whole restrictive diet type thing so I can have a colonoscopy on Monday. So I do plan on getting loopy Monday before the operation, or not operation, the procedure.
What is wrong with your heathen ass fucking ancient dog?
I don't know. So I want Munchkin to record me if I say any weird stuff so that we can put it on TikTok and make billions of dollars. That would be awesome.
I don't have enough followers on TikTok.
Maybe
to
I
be
will say
$1
some
billion.
big words or something while I'm under anesthesia, and it'll be funny. Like, hey, look at all those chickens.
She's got like a
Do you
3x3 fucking puppy pad, and she's still gonna piss on the edge so it runs all over the floor. Hate that fucking dog.
6 words. Hey, look at all those chickens. Made them a ton of money. A ton of money. I know. I can't even imagine.
I don't know if it did though, because everything is a repost. It's not their video, so they probably haven't made anything.
I would have to put it somewhere where
Look at
nobody could
all
steal
those
it,
chickens.
and then they would have to give me credit for it or take the money back from them somehow. Yeah.
Well, Mick, we've got 29 more years of paying.
Yeah, we got a long time.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be paying our house off unless we hit the lottery or something like that.
And considering we don't play the lottery,
We don't play, yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
We don't play, so they can't pay. There's my little printer again for the people
I'm
that showed
fairly
up late.
certain I don't have any more relatives that have money.
Little Bluetooth printer so I can print off labels so I won't forget what the hell's in whatever box. I can
And he
print off.
knows who that label printer belongs to now because he put a label on that too.
Yes, I had to label it.
Tony, I have 2 coworkers that had it done recently, and she was telling us a story the other day. She told her sister that it was the best day of her life. The nap was fantastic. She said she felt great. Everything was cleaned out. She felt fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
well,
and you're gonna be asleep. So I mean, you know,
Linda, the
or
whole
either
thing
that
about me
all
getting
looped up,
checked.
you won't care.
I mean, now my family has no history of colon cancer or anything like that. So they're giving me the easier test, but I would rather do it and know that I don't than not do it and then find out later, hey, if you would have came and checked this earlier, we could have caught this.
Well, especially because colon cancer is something that if detected earlier, it's
it can
not
be cured.
Deadly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very easily detected and it can be fixed relatively easy. Says the person that hasn't had it done yet. Just saying. They found a chicken wing. I told him he's probably going to find a quarter he swallowed when he was 6.
Hey, I got some.
Maybe some crayons.
Maybe I swallowed a marble or something. I don't know. We have hit our time limit. Not
You
really.
got somewhere to be. I still got beverage.
Okay, well, we can keep going. I don't care.
Okay.
I got my ex's grandma to colon cancer. What? I lost my ex's grandma to colon cancer 2010. Wow. Yeah, apparently you're supposed to have that done after age 45.
Yeah, I mean, the doctor did ask me, do you want to have it done? I'm like, do I want to? No. Does anybody want it? Yeah, I mean, usually they'll do that all at the same time, just kind of trim it up as they go along.
Send them off and have them checked to see if they're cancerous. But that whole thing.
Good night, Cloud Checker.
Wow, cancer 2010. So I got 10 years that I could have had it done, but didn't. I'm just kind of glad. I was the same way. Munchkin said, do I want to have it done? No, but And then the last time, the first, what was it? Last year, the doctor asked me about it, and I was like, no, not really. And then I said, maybe next year I'll think about it. So then they brought it up again this year, and I'm like, you know what? Depending on what it costs, I'll get it done. And then when they came back and told me that my insurance paid it all, I'm like, hell yeah,
Right.
do it. Do it.
And see, I'm curious because like I've got like a $3,000 deductible, so I know you have a deductible too.
Yeah.
How did you get around that? But
I
yeah,
don't know.
no, I don't think he's had that check yet.
Apparently, since it's a they did my prostate a few years ago. I thought when you have a full physical, they're supposed to check the
That was
prostate.
not a few years ago. That was like 10 years ago. That's longer than a few.
I don't like when they check the prostate. That hurts. And at my age, my prostate is definitely swollen.
Well, Tony, if you are in end stage colon cancer, you've got symptoms. He doesn't have any symptoms. So to be in end stage colon cancer and not have any idea, you're either ignoring something very serious, or you just are horribly fucking unlucky because yeah, there's definitely symptoms.
I
There's
wish
signs.
that they could fix diverticulitis while they were in there, but I
No,
don't
they
think-
can't. They don't go up quite that far.
Well, I don't know where the pockets are. If it's in the lower
Not
part,
in your colon, it's in your intestines. So the it doesn't go up that far. To do the pockets, because Michelle had that done. She had the surgery, and they told her she'd have to wear a colostomy bag for a couple of weeks, but she only needed it for a couple of days before they got rid of it. But she hasn't had any problems. He does, Stina, but he just really wants to eat popcorn.
yeah, I want popcorn again. I don't have popcorn and I don't have sesame seeds. That's the main two things I watch out for. Anything other than that, I
course,
can even eat pickles.
What's
which have seeds,
interesting is
they
the
don't bother me.
doctor told my sister the whole sesame seed thing and popcorn is a myth. If you eat the way you're supposed to and have enough fiber in your diet, you can eat all of that without having an issue, as long as you eat a high fiber diet. But I'm not the one that would be in pain, and neither is the doctor. So we're just going to avoid seeds and popcorn for now.
The sesame seeds, I see where I could get away with that if I had enough fiber. The popcorn, every single time I eat it, especially if I eat a lot, which I usually do, I get
I'm
the
just
big
going
old
to say
bucket.
popcorn is completely overrated. You get the kernel stuck up in your gums and shit, and that's
it gets
awful.
stuck all in my intestines too, apparently, and it hurts really bad. So I don't want that to happen. I'd much rather not eat popcorn and just eat those popcorner chips, which taste just like popcorn. So I can still get the taste of popcorn without the bad side effects.
Well, I mean, he's not just fucking down in a bunch of kernels, Will. Yeah. And John Q, I have looked for that small hull popcorn. A lot of that's kind of expensive, though, because it's made in small batches. It's just easier to not get it. Every time I eat popcorn at work occasionally, and I always end up getting it fucking up in my gums. Pain in the ass.
Get tiny kernel popcorn from Iowa. That's why
Yeah,
I
the,
like
the,
eating corn.
the small hull popcorn it's not as big, and it's like baby popcorn, so the hulls you can actually digest it instead of just washing it through.
Well, I told y'all about the whole colonoscopy thing, and they tried to get my lungs checked too, and I told them no because after they told me that smoking was better for me than vaping, that pissed me off, so I told them no. So, but the colonoscopy I'll do. I'm just not doing the lung thing because
I don't think you have any reason to.
unless that doctor
do
says
that.
I'll get it done, I'll make sure you get it done free so that I can show her that my lungs are better than they would have been if I was a smoker. So she can go,
Well,
maybe we were wrong.
John Q, we don't eat popcorn here, and we stay away from seeds. Sometimes he'll get a little carried away with his peppers, with the jalapenos, and he has an upset stomach. But
You might want to find a different hospital. Tony, I don't know why this doctor's like that. The nurse said the same thing, and I'm like, y'all are telling these patients that they better off smoking than vaping?
Mhm.
The hell's
Who
wrong
made the
with you
mistake of
guys?
telling my boss that, right? So he was standing in my office talking to me, and I was vaping, and he's like, I'm gonna get vape lung." I'm like,
Vape.
shut up. Get out of my office. He's like, I'm gonna give you shit now. I'm gonna say vape lung. He's like, isn't that what it's called? And I'm like, no, there's no such thing as vape lung. Get out of my office.
I'm gonna get
But
vape lung. I'm gonna get vape
but
lung.
even he was like that. They actually said that, and I've tried to explain the MSA to him and all that, and he's like, that sounds like a conspiracy. And I'm like, I mean, it is, except the fact that it's fucking true, right? The doctor that I went to that was arguing with me about it, and I'm like, look, dude, it's harm reduction, not harm elimination. I don't want to quit smoking or quit vaping. Yes, I'm aware that breathing fresh air is 100% better for me, but tell me where I can find fresh air. And he was like, all right. I mean, okay, I get it. And I'm like, because I don't want to quit. I enjoy it. I like it. This is a way for me to continue my habit without the deadly consequences. Because he's like, but didn't you just quit everything? Well, I could, but I don't want to. And that's when we just agreed that, okay, all right, that fine, fine. But he was actually willing to sit there and have a discussion with me, and he listened to what I said, and he did not say you might as well smoke cigarettes. He just said you should
Yes.
quit that too. And I'm like,
No.
yeah, I probably should, but I'm not going to. Yeah.
No, that's not the way it went with me at all. Because when I tried to have a
It was a
discussion
different doctor. Yeah.
with the nurse, she was like, you do you. After, I tried to present to her facts and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you do you. And then asked me about tattoos and stuff. And I was like,
Which,
seriously?
what kind of fucking nurse is like, you do you? Look, if
Yeah.
you honestly thought what I'm doing is harmful to my health, okay, if you honestly believe that, your comeback should not be you do you. If you came in there and were morbidly obese and you're like, you know what, I like to drink 3 liters of fucking Coke a day and wash it down with deep fried Oreos, I can guarantee you her comeback would not have been, well, you do you. No. No, I don't. Yeah. I just, no. The old doctor I used to go to, the nurse would give me a pamphlet for quitting smoking when I still smoked. Can't tell you how many times I left that office to find her outside smoking a cigarette. And it's like, seriously? Really? Really? I know
Well,
you're just doing your job, but really? You can't stand on the other side of the building where I can't see you when I leave out there smoking a cigarette?
Linda, the good thing for
Yes,
you
deep
is
fried Oreos are a thing.
you go out and walk. I don't know if you do it daily, but I know you go out and walk a lot. That's really good for you. So you're keeping. I don't do that, which I should, but there's nowhere really to walk around here. Nothing interesting. If I could walk by the water, that'd be awesome, but we can't because it's cut
I'm
off.
just saying, okay, because none of us in here are spring chickens anymore. All right.
Right.
I am kind of happy that we've all made it to the point in our lives that if we decided to start a bad habit at this point, really, how long would it take to kill us? We'd really be okay, right? Yeah. Yeah. John Q, I don't know what the hell that has to do with anything, but okay.
I didn't even know I put that on Nightbot, my new paramotor my channel, and I
Yes,
haven't even put any videos over there.
they'll deep fry anything. I
3
mean,
miles per day. Nice, Will. That's
I
good.
would love to be like when I went there because I went to the doctor because I have high blood pressure, right? And she was like, no, you don't have high blood pressure. Yours is diet and exercise. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to do either fucking one of those. So then I have high blood pressure. She wouldn't refill my medication. And I'm like, I mean, who are we kidding here? I'm not going to exercise. I don't have time. If I don't get home from work till 7 o'clock and I go to bed at 11, at what point am I going to be able to sit down and relax or make dinner if I'm out exercising and shit? No, CDC, because I didn't quit smoking either. I just chucked her flyer in the back seat and kept going. But yeah, I was actually thinking about, was it the Ozempic and Monjaro and shit like that? See if I can get a prescription for that shit, because technically, because of my height, I am considered obese because I'm short.
Smokey.
I'll take a fucking pill. Now it can cause osteoporosis, so apparently you have to exercise and shit and do like strength training. I can do that part at home, but
I
yeah.
think Smokey found a fly and she is chasing it. I wonder if she. I'm scared to point this laser because it's so powerful, but.
But I'm gonna do it anyway. You're not aiming that at the cat, are you?
No. You can't even see it on stream, which is hilarious.
No, I can see it over here in the hallway.
Yeah,
they can see it
it's
in the
very
reflection
strong.
in
Like,
mine.
if I shine it at this door, let me see if I can make it.
Have I tried? I don't know what that is. All I know is that Ozempic and Monjaro shit, apparently you can order it online from somebody, but it's $250 a month, which I don't have. If I can get insurance to pay for it, because I'm a little fatty and it's probably in their best interest. Oh, they had the doctor that does the what's it called? The show with the really big people. What's it called? What's that show called? My 600-pound life or whatever. He did say that, the jury is still out on the side effects, but one of the side effects that they do know is that you really have to double up on your strength training, because it can, not the big, it's my 600-pound life. It's the Greek doctor that's mean to people. He said that it can.
That show isn't around anymore, is it?
No, but he is. But he says that it can cause bone mass loss. So you need to you do need to exercise and keep active and do, lift weights and things like that.
Ooh, I definitely don't want kidney stones again. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I might be when I'm 70, John Q, but I still got like 22 years to go before I hit that spot. Not quite comfortable being a fatty yet. I can't wait until I'm the age where I can just be a crotchety old woman and bite people, and they're like, just don't pay.
You already do that.
I don't bite people. I want to, but I can't.
So full of crap.
I have not bitten anybody.
You bite me all the time.
You don't count. I'm allowed to chew on your elbows. That's not an aggressive bite.
You bite
those
my
are love
boob
bites.
Too. It hurts.
I don't bite them.
Okay, she pinches me. She pinches me too. 107 pounds.
Linda,
damn.
Last time I weighed 107 is when I was right out of high school. Actually, I think I weighed like 98 pounds.
So,
I wore a size
Will's
2
like,
in
go
high school.
on. So, yeah, even, what was it? Christine was like, yeah, I weigh like 113 or something. I'm like, damn.
Christine's always been tiny, though. I mean, you got to remember, I've known Christine since high school. She's always been small. Well, and that's what pisses me off, is because Christine knew me when I was small. I used to be the same size as her.
Well,
I have pictures.
And I told her, I was like, I can't, my body frame, I can't even get below 205 or it looks like I'm smoking crack. I mean, I really look like skin and bones. I cannot go below that weight, even if I wanted to. So it's just not healthy for me.
My problem is I'm sitting at a desk for 10 hours a day.
Now, 250
and I
is a
like
little
food.
much, but I would like to stay around the 210, 215 range.
It's not like you and I just gorge or anything. We don't sit down with piles of candy surrounded. I mean, we don't.
Not
Hell,
unless
I
that's
don't
the only
even
thing we
eat
got
breakfast.
to eat. But yeah, I enjoy eating food sometimes. But I don't. Yeah, I'm not like trying to overdo it.
I don't have a cane, but I do have a walking stick that I can beat people with.
Crazy
My
cat lady.
my mom is very petite. She is probably about an inch shorter than me, so maybe 4'11", and I can put her in my pocket. But I used to be that size. I until I had Katie, I was tiny. I weighed maybe 105 pounds soaking wet, and yeah,
Even when she's on a diet, she don't seem to lose that much
fuck
weight.
off, John Q. That's horrible advice.
175. See, there's no way. I can't even imagine getting below 200.
How tall are you, Stina? Yeah, of course, John Q. But you act like I drink every day. I drink on Fridays. And this is going to be it. I'm not going to make another one when the show goes off. I'm going to go fall asleep. I might have a drink during the week. Maybe, maybe, maybe once or twice a month.
The weight where you
Yeah,
feel
see,
your best. Yeah.
you are 8 inches taller than me, Stina. So yeah, she did. It's all her fucking fault. I don't care if it's been 29 years. I'm still gonna blame her.
I think I need to be, well, 205 to 215 is almost not enough weight. I think if I stayed around 220, 225, that's my go-to weight there.
She stole my metabolism. She'll like come over and she's like, "Look, I'm getting fat," and I'm like, "I can literally see the outline of the sandwich you ate. Get the fuck out of my face. You're not fat." She has had 4 children and she still weighs like maybe 110 pounds, and she's like, "I'm so thick." Shut up. Just shut up.
You drink every day? Or you drank every day? No, I usually just drink a little bit on Fridays and that's it.
I mean, I plan on
Nothing the
drinking. I'm
rest
at
of the
work
week.
and I'm like, I'm gonna have a drink when I get home. And then I get home and I make something to eat and I have the soda or, which of course is diet, or the zero sugar things. And then before I know it, it's 10 o'clock and it's like, oh, it's too late for a drink. Right.
Tony,
I'm not fat. I'm too short.
I'm with you on the smaller wing thing, but I don't think I could even go to a smaller wing. Just considering the all up weight once you add the paramotor and all that, I'm at the right size wing. My wing does not feel like it's being overstressed at all, and I don't want to go to anything smaller. Like I couldn't do no Tucker Got 16-meter wing. There's no damn way. That
If I
wing
could
would
get down
collapse.
to 130, then I could fit back into the smallest pair of jeans that I have. Which would mean losing about 35, 40 pounds. I'd be happy with that.
Now I did stay 165 all the way up until I had my first child.
Why are you staring at me?
That's when I started gaining weight. I don't know what clicked in me, but once you have a child, boom, weight.
This chair is big enough for the cats to sit here and stare at me.
Yes,
she's just sitting here staring into my soul.
Well,
Hi, Linda.
I see ears. Oh, yeah. Now she's yawning. Still yawning. What the hell?
No, she's not yawning.
Oh, okay. That it looks like her mouth was still open.
No, she's just sitting here staring, and that's the inside of her
I see
ear.
her now. Okay. Yeah, Boots decided that I had to pay her attention all day long today.
Mm-hmm.
And I closed the door twice, and both times when I opened the door, she was waiting.
Good night, Will.
Right at the door.
Elbows up.
And she decided, oh, you gonna lock me out of the room. So as soon as I open the door, she rushes in here, jumps in my lap, and puts her claws into my leg like, don't do that shit again.
Mm-hmm. You're not allowed to shut her out.
And I'm like, damn,
My
does she know that
Groucho,
she's clawing
you
into
could
me?
not shut a door. because he would get his paw underneath it and just shake the living shit out of it until
See
it
you,
opened.
Will
You couldn't shut a door on him. That was not
and
allowed.
Linda. Oh my goodness. I don't look forward to tomorrow, even though this low residue diet is not that bad. Sunday's gonna be the hard day.
No, that's not going to be hard. You get some cream of chicken soup. It's thick enough to where it's
No, you
all
can't
right.
have cream of anything.
No, you can't have any cream.
I can have chicken broth, which I got. I can have white grape juice.
What's my option, John Q? I can't go
Stuff
have
like
put
that.
to sleep just because she's a pain in my ass. I mean, I'd like to, but I'm not going to. So,
Am I
no,
going
I
to
just have to.
document it? Document my colonoscopy?
I don't
No.
think they would allow that, but he did want me to record him when he comes out of anesthesia in case he says weird shit.
Yes, I do want to see that. So I can
Mhm.
go, what the hell was I saying right there?
Because he already talks in his sleep. I was telling him the other night, he was laughing in his sleep. He's just a snoring, and then I hear, I don't know what was so funny, but he was laughing.
I was laughing at something.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I was having dreams of Vapor Owl prancing around in a Halloween costume with no bottoms. That was fucking weird.
It would make good content. Yeah, it probably would, Tony.
Mm-hmm. I'll post that shit.
Hey, you film whatever you can.
I'll live stream you in recovery on Facebook.
It would be bad if you showed, like, if they're not going to let you record that, but all of a sudden you see this long thing and then all of a sudden it disappears in my rear end. You're like,
well,
whoa.
They're not good. Look, so most of the time what happens is they'll allow me to be in there long enough to where they're hooking you up to the IV. And once the drugs start kicking in, that's when they're going to wheel you back and I'm going to go sit in the waiting room. Once they're done and they put you in the recovery room, probably about 10, 15 minutes before you're coming back to your senses, they'll bring me back. So I'm there when you wake up.
I love the way Christine explained it. She was like, yeah, first they make you lay on your side and then they hook up the blood pressure thing. And she was like, man, this thing hurts. I don't know if I'm never going to be able to.
Yeah.
She said she was out because they gave her the drugs and she thought she was really uncomfortable with that blood pressure thing on her arm. I'm never going to be able to go to sleep. She was out. So hopefully that's what happens. I mean, I'd rather be out like that instead of just loopy and like, yeah, go ahead. And I'll still be awake. What is so funny?
Just a video Scott sent me.
Oh.
Yeah, I
It's RS's birthday. Well, happy birthday, RS. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Roger.
I totally missed that, bud. I did not see that. Darn it.
I never did the fasting thing. Of course, we're not Catholic, so
and nobody else can die that watch my show because there's already been 3 deaths and now y'all are not allowed to die. So
well, I'm sure Roger appreciates that. I don't think he has any intentions on kicking it.
Yes, do not die on us. We cannot take any more at this point.
Happy birthday, Roger. Don't die. Kind of a strange sentiment, babe. Yeah. Oh, I've already started counting backwards. I'm just getting younger. Good night,
that
Tony.
looks like 2 cats that are seeing a bird.
They are, but you got to turn the audio on.
That's funny. Beavis and Butthead, that's pretty funny. I can't do that laugh.
No, that sounded like a horse.
CJ Love, Shopkey.
Mhm.
So we've had Dolores, Dom Long, and now CJ Love.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember CJ Love. She
I
used to
don't
be
think
in
she's
chat
been around
some,
since
but
the Vapors TV days.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's been around a long time, but
Mhm.
not really in chat so much. But she was on Facebook she would post a lot on Facebook, and she went live a few times, which didn't work out so well. And then I didn't see anything else from her, and now she's passed away also. So
She was on oxygen and all kinds of stuff. She wasn't doing well. She had a heart attack. So
oh yeah, sucks. Well, guys, I think it's about that time. We should.
yeah, you know what's crazy though?
What's that?
She's younger than me.
Yeah.
I would have never
Well, none of us are going to live
guessed
forever.
that.
I hope that we all get to live long,
I mean,
fruitful
except Albie,
lives.
he's immortal.
I haven't done everything in my life that I want to
What do
get
you?
done, but
John Q's like, I'll be next. Prepare yourselves.
no,
No,
damn it. What are we going to do without a John Q to come in here and
right?
harass us?
Our troll can't go anywhere.
Yeah, we need the troll. You're going to stick right around here, John Q. What you got to do. Well, I lost my bag, but I didn't lose my knife, so I'm happy about that. Now we just gotta sleep and start that stupid diet tomorrow. I don't
have to start the diet.
I do. You can eat all the candy
No,
and zoom
I
zoom.
am going to get up and you were going to say zoom, zooms, and whim whams, weren't you?
You just want Scuba to have fiery hair. Now that's his
No.
dying wish.
Yeah, no, you can buy the hat. All right. No, tomorrow I'm going to get up and I'm going to take our shower curtains down and I'm going to bleach them and wash them because I can smell the mildew and it's bugging me. Then I'm going to get everything off the floors. I might even take some stuff down to the basement, all that shit back there, which were my sweaters that I brought in for winter. They need to go back in the basement and I'm going to shampoo the carpets and then stare at them with an adult beverage in my hand while it soaks in. I told a client that earlier and they're like, well, you sound like you've got this weekend ironed out. Like, look, I'm excited about this. Okay. I have alcohol and air conditioning. That's all I require.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great weekend. We will be back on same time, same channel next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I told him he could buy the hat, John Q. You'll never be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, she wants me to get the stupid hat instead of
if he's gonna dye his hair blonde again, so am I.
Like he's gonna disagree with that.
The only difference is I look good as a blonde. I'm just saying.
Oh, that sounds like a damn challenge.
Mine would cost a lot more because I'd have to get the color stripped out because it won't go back blonde on its own anymore. I don't know why, but it is a challenge. We could do it. I could be blonde again. My eyebrows will just match whatever fucking color I dye my hair.
Maybe we'll blonde for the holidays or something.
We could.
We'll think about it, John Q. Because it's not permanent. I mean, we will get more hair. Although it'd be gray, we'll get more hair.
Yeah, how long it takes for blonde to. I mean, your hair is short. Mine is not. It would take a while for that shit to grow out.
And I can't bleach any of this because it'd literally be gone in a couple of days. It's. But Guy Fieri has like a gray beard and blonde hair anyway, so it would be my whole Guy Fieri look. Once again, before I die.
I mean, I was a blonde up until like my 30s, so maybe early 40s. I think I could.
I think other people have to tell you look good as a blonde. You're right, John Q.
I can show you pictures, but I know this, so yeah.
She knows this.
I do. It's not a question. And I don't need other people to tell me anything. Their opinion doesn't matter. Only mine. So.
You guys have a great weekend. We'll catch you next week. Bye. Peace out. Everybody have a good